Welcome to No Excuses. It is time for a weigh-in. Welcome to No Excuses. My name is Mary Fran. This is my place to talk about weight loss, life, fitness, living my life to the best of my ability and being the best me possible. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining me. If you're not new here, thanks for joining me also. If you haven't already done so, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and comment. It really does help keep me motivated to continue this journey, and it keeps me accountable, so thank you. Today we are going to talk about my week that just passed and my weight loss efforts. So let's see what I did. The week started on Monday. I am still doing my weigh-ins on Mondays, which keeps me somewhat accountable over the weekends. And I had a pretty good week. I did my yoga all week long. I actually did not do very well on getting on the exercise bike because I was focusing on yoga and my time was I was just busy. And so the bike didn't happen. I'm determined this week to make it happen though. But I did my yoga every day and I was happy with that, and I kept my calories in line. I did amazing with my eating. It is Thursday morning and I weighed myself like I always do. My scales are showing me up a little bit and I know why. I ate something really salty yesterday and so I'm retaining water. I knew it when I woke up that it was going to be this way because I woke up thirsty, and that's not a good sign. So the mission for today is to drink lots of water. So this week I actually started doing something different, and it is something that I actually picked up on a while back with One Day at a Time with Angela. So I've been thinking an awful lot about my weighing, and I am not stepping away from my Monday weigh-ins. That's working. It's keeping me accountable over the weekends. But that said, I do weigh myself every day, so I have a really good idea of what I'm weighing throughout the week. And it sometimes is infuriating because I see my weight here and then it's like this all week long. And I always worry, I'm like, I had a low day, but now it's weigh-in day and I'm up here and now it's up here, and it's just frustrating. I am not going to give up my daily weigh-ins. It keeps me on track. If I don't weigh, it's almost like I can eat and do anything I want. So that's not an option to give them up. And I went back to something that I hear frequently on one of the channels I watch, and this is with One Day at a Time with Angela. And when she's giving her weekly weigh-ins, she's also giving her average. And at first, when I first heard it a while back, I was like, what in the world? And it just didn't really kind of make sense. But it's actually kind of making sense for me because the true average of my week takes into account those high days, those low days, those in-between days. It might not be as low as my weigh-in on my day, but it's taking into account everything. And this journey, if you haven't been on it a while, goes like this. It's a little snaky. So last week I took all of my daily weigh-ins and I calculated it up and I had my average weight. So I will be counting all of my daily weights. I'll be averaging them together and I'll be reporting how much I lose on my average weight. That takes into account all those high days and the low days. And I will also still be, of course, reporting my real weight on my weigh-in day because that is the true weight for the day of my weigh-in. But I want to actually see, is this really going like this? Or is it going like this? I want it to be going down. And the problem is if I am just kind of saying, it's just a little bit of fluctuation, it just kind of keeps going up and I don't want it to go up. So the average weight that I do is going to help me take into account all those fluctuations. And as long as my average is going lower, I know I'm doing okay. Even if I have a day where I pop up 3 pounds or a day that I go down 3 pounds, it's all going to take it into account. Going to count for those fluctuations that drive us crazy. So get ready for my average weight. It's been really interesting because it actually has calmed me down because I see what I'm doing and I'm seeing the whole picture versus just that one day of my official weigh-in or that one day where my weight pops or goes low. I'm seeing the whole picture. So on Friday, I was kind of worried about my food and my eating because I was off work. So this morning I weighed myself and I noticed that my weight was the same that it has been in a long time. All week long, in fact. Well, one day I had a lower, but for the whole week it's been pretty much spot on the same weight. And don't get me wrong, I'm tickled with a maintain, but I'm doing the work of a loss. And part of me started to really get bothered by the maintain. And I was in the shower and I was kind of like, maintain, why am I doing all this work just to maintain? And then it hit me, but Mary Fran, I'm maintaining at a lower number than my average weight for last week, which means my average is most likely going to be lower this week, which means that I am trending down. Hey, this average thing might work out for me. It's Friday. I'm heading up to Hagerstown because I am off work and Jason is unfortunately working. Boo-hoo. So I'm going to go visit my mama. I need some mama time. I don't know what we're getting into yet, but I'm sure we'll get into something. I had a great time that day, and yeah, I was rocking out in my car for a little bit and just having fun. Just jamming in the car. And like I said, that weekly average weigh-in is really calming because I can actually see that it's an average. And if my weight pops up or if I'm just maintaining, I actually can see if I'm still going down. So Friday was awesome because I had off and got to spend time with my mom. On the weekend, we did a lot of errands, a lot of chores, and Jason was out flying his drone. And so I took the time and walked in circles around the small field that he was in. So here I am. We are at the park down the road from us. And Jason's out flying his drone, so I am just walking the perimeter of the field just to get a little bit of exercise. Instead of just standing there, figured might as well start walking a little bit. It was a good weekend. I ate a little bit higher in my calories, but I still kept it within 200 or 300 of where I try to stay at my low range. So I was just happy with my weekend. I was worried. Last night I knew I was weighing in the morning and I had eaten my dinner and I was just sitting there going, my weight's going to pop up, my weight's going to pop up, I'm not going to show a loss. And I had to sit back and tell myself, but Mary Fran, your average is looking really good. And even if you totally mess up, your average is still going to show a loss. And that is the big true judgment. So this average thing has kept me from worrying about my fluctuations. It's kept me from worrying about messing up that last day. It's just really kept me in line. I'm really liking it. So thank you, Angela. So let's get to it. What did I weigh in at? So last week I was 245.8 pounds. And today I weighed in at 244.0 pounds. So I lost 1.8 pounds. Yay. I'm happy. So let's talk about my average weight loss. So last week my average weight for the previous week had been 246.32 pounds. So this week my average weight was 245.175. That means that my average weight loss was 1.14. That is fabulous because it is trending down. We want the numbers to be trending down. And so even though it's going like this, it is going down, 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 down to the ground. Yeah, it's Monday. I'm kind of Anyway, I am happy with my results this week. I am determined to continue on and make next week another amazing week. It is going to be great. And the weigh-in on Monday and the average has just really helped. So I'm finding what's working for me right now. And that is what is important. So just remember, there are no excuses. Get out, do life, work on yourself, make yourself better, adapt and change and do what works for you. There are no excuses. One day at a time with Angela, who has an awesome channel, and she's doing. So starting this week, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to keep my daily weights. I'm going to average the daily together, and you will actually be. She just snored. Going like this. Whoop. If you are new, welcome to. I'm not going to give up my weight. That brings my total weight loss to 86 pounds gone. I'll take it. And I just did that mental math in my head, so if it's wrong,